Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're playing Emerald Dragon, another Japanese game. Looks like a Japanese RPG. Looks very Final Fantasy-esque at the moment. We did luckily have somebody translate for us, so we're not going to be in the dark over here. Always a good thing. Alright, well, we're starting off as a dragon. That's interesting enough. Yeah, you probably don't want to see a human because they're just awful. I'm probably going to go run around trying to kill you. It looks like Rydia. Well, so far, starting off is an interesting premise. She wants more people. just tore off his horn? Well, get going. The dragon key into the dragon mural to go to the dragon graveyard. I mean, it's a dragon thing. Why do they have? Why not just be like the key to the mural to the graveyard? They're all dragons. It's not like there's multiple races. It doesn't make it better by throwing dragon in front of everything. I mean, I love dragons as much, if not more, than the next person, but still. Wow, we did some massive damage. So it's a different take on the. I mean, we've seen various forms of this over the years, where we have a kind of an actual like so we're not getting anything for killing these things. I don't even know what they are. They're just random like spheres, and we're just attacking them for whatever reason. All right, target. So it's just going up to the enemy and you automatically hit them. There's no like skills, abilities, any kind of special attacks or anything at the moment. It's pretty much walk up to them and you attack them. And for whatever reason, we have these lowly things attacking a giant dragon. Wow, that thing took a lot less damage than the other ones did. So as long as we have the kind of the point, so to speak, we can just keep going. Alright, so far combat's very boring. I mean, we're not getting any experience, obviously, because we're killing pretty much some bugs at this point. I guess we didn't move quite up far enough. I mean, interesting, and I see how combat could get kind of fun later on, but at the moment, it's not. Looks like, theoretically, we can have, what, 5 party members? Right now, this is more just a nuisance than anything. I mean, I just wanted to see what happens if we defended and we still got hit. But other than that, like, nothing stands a chance. So there's almost no point to this. And no matter which direction you go, you're always facing up. They didn't even bother to animate, like, actual movement in this. Everybody just goes forward and that's it. We got transformed into a human. Interesting. Well, so far, interesting enough. Combat is at least unique enough to give a little nod and to check it out a little bit more. We're just passing over everybody and everywhere, having wars and battles as humankind seems to do all the time. So it has a major Final Fantasy feel to it, minus combat. Let's see what we got. I mean, a decent enough little map, all things considered. It looks like we're there and we want to get to there. I'm sure combat's going to be way different now that we're not a dragon. Not much different. It will take some getting used to. I'm on the fence on even how much I like the combat. So, you talk to people by just running into them. So there's no hitting the button. So you're gonna accidentally talk to people over and over again in this game because of that. I do like that it shows that we can use this, we can't use that. I do like when games actually show you what you can and can't use. So many times you're just like at a loss where like Will he be able to equip it? Won't they? And when certain characters can and can't equip certain things, it always winds up being a pain in the ass. Does it show? Okay, so you don't have anything equipped, but it doesn't show any information on the weapon, which is disappointing. So that's what we have equipped right now. It's one thing I liked about like Final Fantasy stuff. It literally shows you the weapon, that you can equip it, what your attack power is, what your attack power will be when you get it. It's like you shouldn't have to just guess at it. You should know, hey, this is going to be better, worse, the same, not worth it kind of thing. It's just really disappointing that it doesn't give you any information when you've got to buy something. I love that everybody's like, oh, cool, here you go, just take this. They really went all out on naming everything, didn't they? It's funny, like Prayer Hill and Dragon Shrine and Dragon this and Dragon that, and they put no expense when it came to naming things. So they have the tent mechanic just like Final Fantasy did. Right now, I don't think we need to worry about buying anything else. Alright, so far I haven't seen the ability to loot anything or search things. I forgot to look at the... I don't know, the premise is decent enough, but I don't know, the writing, again, like, it's kind of crazy how dramatic and just drastic, not dramatic, drastic it is between, like, the really classic good RPGs like Dragon Warriors and Final Fantasies, where the minutest ability to have, like, a slightly better storyline, better character development and everything really just adds to how much more you enjoy the game than when... We've run into a couple RPGs where the writing's bad, the story, the character development is just not there, to where you already kind of pull yourself out of the game, and it's not as enveloping, engrossing or anything, and you're just like, you honestly don't care. Where when something starts off and just grabs your attention and you get going, I think also part of it is the longer you drag out the intro without anything going on and without any real, like, involvement in anything, you already, I feel like, start to lose interest in the game overall. So by the 20, 30 minutes later, by the time you get into the game, you've already kind of lost a little bit, because in all that time you weren't doing anything but kind of reading. And when there's nothing very good to read, it just kind of really takes you out of the game. And the longer that goes on, the more you just don't care. And I've been noticing that a lot in some of these RPGs where it's a long, drawn-out intro with, like, they're trying to develop the story and the characters and everything, but they're really not doing a very good job of it. So all you're doing is making a very boring, like, kind of story where you're just pushing buttons and reading rather than actually having any input or, like, investment into the game. So by the time you get there, you don't really care about the characters. You don't care about the story because it's like, there's no real development there. There's nothing really fun or like whatever. It's not like some of the other games where they'll drop you in and go, oh, here's what's going on. Why don't you go take care of this and give us a hand, go help out, go work on stuff. And for whatever reason, you get started and you get, started running right out the gate. So you get more invested in the game where the longer these intros take, the less and less that you really are enjoying the game. So you're already losing interest and taking yourself out. So by the time you actually get to the game itself, you're just like, meh. This game is like 50-50. It's better than a couple of the ones we've played, but it still had a long, drawn-out and intro. And the writing, honestly, again, is not overly well done. Like I said, the naming so far has been like they didn't care. It's almost like you could feel the lackluster caring in regards to the story, the overall story and characters in here, to where like you see that and then you're just like, how much do I want to get invested? Because even the people doing this game weren't invested enough to actually put any thought or effort into it. Oh, you say before entering a town? Interesting. So another thing, yeah, like anytime you go up to an item, it pretty much pushes you off to the side. So you can't run up to something and like try to search it so far. Alright, let's see if we can get a more developed into here so we can get going onto the game. Because so far, talking to people has not really enveloped anything, has not really moved anything along. What did you say? I was already so out of it that I wasn't even bothered. The seal holding the golem has been weakened because of Garzia, the Demon King. Alright, the Elder summoned a powerful sorcerer to fix it, but please don't say anything. Okay, so that's why he's at Prayer Hill or whatever. Alright. Yeah, like anytime you go up to an item, you just go right past it, so there's no searching it. It's kind of interesting. We have the ability to reject the offer. Oh, I keep... Usually A is always accept, but this one is A is B and B is A in the scheme of things. So I'm so used to it that... It's like everything that we've known in like these games is always the specific buttons that do specific things, and this one flips them. So it's kind of funny. Not like overly big deal or anything. It's just one of those things you just got to get kind of used to. At least we're going to get to see how combat is with more than one player. Or a teammate, I guess. I mean, I guess we've gotten 300... Well, we got... All of our gold was free. Do we have heal potions? Here, we'll buy 10 of them. You know, let's buy one tent too. We'll give it a little bit of a shot. We won't just die right out the gate. Alright, so what do we got for level 6? Alright, short sword, leather armor, no shield, no helmet, huh? See, that's one thing I don't understand. Strength, 74-59. Why do we have two different numbers on our character? Yeah, I don't... Is it what we start with, and then with our equipment, it's what it now is? I mean, that's the one thing I can think of. You know what? Let's go buy. We have enough for one weapon. I want to buy a normal sword. It's like a normal sword as opposed to... Whoa. Alright, let us equip. Yeah, so that's what it is. It was, strength was 40, now it's 57. Adding strength to, I mean, I guess strength is just attack. Like, it doesn't really make sense, but, you know, it is what it is. So it added 17 to our strength / attack. I'm not a huge fan of the way this is, but I understand it, and there's nothing wrong with them doing anything. So like I said, let's go out and do some combat. Work our way to the hill, Prayer Hill. Alright, where is said map to see where we are going? Up. Flying arrow is an enemy. That's funny. Alright, so he does his own thing. So we don't get to control Barsum. So far, the enemies come up to us, but don't really do anything. They did attack Barsum, but they haven't actually hit us yet. He just runs forward. Jesus. Interesting. Can we go all the way over here and defend? Oh, he's just gonna rush right in, huh? Alright, fair enough. See, I don't like not controlling our dudes. I guess we could have just run straight in, huh? He owned everybody up. He took some damage, though. Oh, it's silly. Thunk. We're gonna bounce as always. Oh, a little different than normal, but I'll take it. Oh, come on. Seriously? He just all of a sudden, oops, forgot I'm not a dragon. And, oh, you'll figure it out. Like, see, it's writing like this that really kind of just like... Now we're watching more comedy than actually being invested into like a serious RPG. Oh. Yeah, see, it just... A girl's not strong enough to open it, though. It's just like when a game's writing is bad, it really does take you out of like the experience and everything of it. You just kind of like, I don't care as much because of everything. Let's see, I believe he already has a helmet, right? Why are we going to remove? I don't understand. I think it's just what that... Okay. Now we're at 62? Oh, we were at 57. Never mind. All right. I was thinking the other one. So we went up because we leveled. Okay. That's simple enough. What do we got for you? So she can fire from afar, obviously. So I'm curious on how that's going to go, where we have a ranged fighter and mage. I'm kind of trying to see... I guess that's what I was looking for. Okay, so far, none of our characters... So far, we don't get to control anybody but our own guy. Which, if that is the case throughout the whole game, it's going to make this game miserable. Because on boss fights, which I'm kind of wanting to get to at least one boss fight to see how that is... I think it's going to be really bad. Like, if we can't control our characters, we can't make strategic and proper decisions, because the computer is not going to be the smartest. So we can just defend here, and then she'll shoot and miss. Of course, the one time, right, that she misses. Three years, didn't know his name, just that he's a drunk. So I can turn into a dragon for a second. Wow, I lost a half of my health doing that. But something that is doable, I guess. Whew. Jesus. Her heal is massive. I honestly should have defended just so she can heal me. Let's see if if we have spells. Yeah, see, we can't use her spells outside of combat. We have no ability to use any magic outside of combat. We did gain health after the battle. We were at 69, now we're at 137. More interesting things in regards to everything. I'm just curious about a boss, and I would like to see if we can find one. I mean, combat's interesting. It does add a slight variant and flare level, you know, kind of thing to it. But as a whole, let's give them a target. Why did she have to attack that dude? Yeah, I figured as much. Okay, so we came from there, we did that. So what I'm also noticing is no mana, so she can cast the heals as much as she wants, apparently. Yeah, I'm saying no mana, no limitations. I guess as long as you're in combat, you can cast spells as much as you would like. Yeah, we got no no mana or anything. Just oh Lord. Watch carefully. Yeah, like I said, the writing isn't as bad as some. But it's not great. Hey, it looks like what's his name from Dragon Ball. I haven't watched Dragon Ball in a while. I love the show, but the name eludes me. Also looks kind of like the guy from One Punch. Alright, since she can heal, really the best thing to start off with... Oh, I have to have half my health. Alright. And she's not going to heal me unless I'm lower. Is that what we're doing here? Jesus. There we go. Oh, he heals too? Alright, that's good. Do I have... I don't have enough still, huh? I mean, it's... Can I do it now? Can I do it now? How do I still not have... Like, do I have to be full health in order to do it? I guess. I was not... I was right off to the side. I thought I was going to be able to hit both of them, but I was not because of the positioning. He just ran like a bitch and that was it, huh? He didn't even cast anything? I still want to see... Alright, like... Yeah, I feel like you have to have full health in order to do it. Of course it was. Like, there's not even a development in anything, really. It was just, hey, you want to join our party? Let's go back to town first. Oh, look, it was attacked. Oh, there we go. There's your party. Like, no real anything as regards to any of the characters or nothing. It's... Of course, these guys are just fine. They're like, I was behind the counter. We're okay. Like, to have everybody else in the town killed, but the shops are just fine. Like, that's silly. I mean, if you're going to do it right or don't do it at all kind of thing. I don't know. If you're going to kill off the town, why are we still having merchants alive? They killed everybody else, but the merchant's just hiding behind the desk. Again, shit like this just... I'm surprised the innkeeper's not alive. Like, that's one thing we can't do is go to the inn. We can go buy armor, gear, everything else. We just can't go to the inn. Even the bartender's alive. I mean, like I said, oh, they hid under the counter, but if somebody's coming in and killing everybody in town, you don't think they're going to check behind the bar? Is the elder dead too? Yep, alright. Everybody dead. We don't even mourn or do anything or check. She doesn't even say anything about the elder. Everybody's dead. Like, alright, we're just going to move on and go on to the other thing. With no, like, empathy towards anybody. Which is fine, but still, like, you'd figure they'd say something, at least to the elder or whatever, that, you know, kind of brought her in and took care of her for the last 3 years. Like, she didn't even be like, come out and say any words of anything. She's just like, oh, he's dead. Let's go to the castle. So, all in all, the game is different. The combat's different anyways. The game, not so much. Writing, again, kind of really pulls you away from the game. It doesn't really enthrall you into it much. Because there's nothing really anything. Like, I talked about it before in some of these offshoot, off-company RPGs and stuff, is there's no real heart and soul to the game. Yeah, there's a story. The demon, like, the generic demon lord is attacking, and then they did the generic, like, the dragon and a thing, and it's dragon this, that, and the other thing, which is, like, again, sloppy, boring, you know, basic writing, which, the start, you should have known that the writing was going to be bad at the start when it's the dragon shrine and the dragon graveyard and the dragon this and the dragon that. I'm like, you are a dragon world. Why do you have to put dragon in front of everything? It's just, you know, the graveyard. It's just the mural. Like, it's stupid. And then you should have known, and then we kind of expected that to really bleed into the rest of it. And there's no real build up. There's no anything else. It's we go over there because she blew the horn. We have no real anything into the characters. They're just like, they're there. We don't even get to control them during battle. And the story kind of boring. There's just no build up. There's no nothing. We sat, 15, 20-ish minutes listening to some very basic dribble to finally get into the game where they didn't even put any of that effort into the actual characters, the story or anything. It's just like, oh, we go there, look at that, the demon army attacked. It's very basic. There's nothing really wrong with the game per se at all though. Like, combat is interesting, it's a little different. I don't know how well it's going to be. If maybe later on we can start controlling all of our characters, that would be great. If not, it's going to make the game far, far less enjoyable, and it's just going to make it so much harder and more aggravating. Because, like, the one where Baggin just took off and ran rather than do anything else, where there was no reason for him to run. He could have attacked or did anything, but instead he just booked it to the corner and left it there. And stuff like that where combat will become really annoying when we can't control anybody else and they do make stupid decisions. But all in all, that leads to its own entity in the game. Nothing wrong with that. It's just like we were in a makeshift party. People are going to be doing what people are going to do, and it's fine. But all in all, it is very basic and boring in and of itself for the story-wise. Combat's decent. Everything else seems decent enough to where it's playable. Could be a little fun. It's just not going to be as enthralling as some of the, more higher end and just better companies' development of, the RPGs like the Final Fantasies, the Dragon Warriors, the Chrono Triggers, all the stuff from like Square and Enix and some of the reputable companies that really had, like, I swear, a team that's just devoted to really good storytelling. These ones, it's like the programmers were also writing the story, and I think it kind of shows in the overall package of it. But all in all, still a fine playable game. Nothing really negative to say about it other than the story. Seems to play well enough and could be a little fun. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much for joining. Until next time, you guys have a good one.